Morning everybody, welcome back to another video.
Good morning everybody. It's the day has come. We're going to do the propane.
We're working on the propane today. And so we got our kit off of eBay. It is coming from Nashville. I believe they are out of Tennessee or something like that. Kentucky. They're out of Kentucky. And so it seems like a pretty nice kit. Got your regulator, and then I think this is a mixer. I dumped all my fittings and stuff in here because they came in a little bag. And so one thing I do recommend for this kit, and it's all just in like your application, but they'll only give you like 4 feet of heater hose. And so like for our application here, what we're doing is we're gonna mount our regulator here on the firewall, but with only 4 feet of heater hose, we've got a little bit of a problem. Our thermostat outlet here and there for our regular heater lines, you know, I mean, I'd say that's more than 4 feet, at least just one way. And so we ended up having to get more heater hose, which is not a big deal. And so yeah, we're gonna kind of get this all wrapped up and whatnot, and it's gonna be more of a how-to video, kind of fill you guys in, because I know there's not a lot of videos out on YouTube for this deal right now. And so it's kind of, we're going to be learning along the way, because I don't know anything about this either. And so we're all going along for the same ride. We'll catch up with you soon. So in this kit, on the regulator itself, is going to have a 2 water outputs and a in liquid gas. So your propane is going to come in there. And all these water lines are for your heater hoses to come through there, so your propane doesn't freeze up in the regulator. So once it does all the mixing through here, it's going to come out through here, run through this hose, and then let's see where it's looking. This fitting is going to connect here. That hose will connect onto through there, and so it turns it all into a vapor, which gets sucked into the motor and ignition and all that fancy stuff. And so that's kind of how that works. I'm going to throw this on, get it thrown on the Jeep, and yeah, that's kind of how this all kind of works together. Like I said, we're going to be learning along the way. Alright, so after some time later, I got our regulator put on, get it all bolted up, used 2 bolts in there. So, looks pretty good. We already got our mixer put on. And so now we got to start running a few hoses and whatnot. And so that hose I was telling you about, it's going to run from here over to here on your mixer. And so that's where after your propane goes from a liquid to a gas, once it turns into a gas, that's where it's going to run through there. Alright, so we've got our propane pieces that goes on our line, and so this here goes on your hose end like this here. You can bring it over here. So it goes on your hose end like this here. That screws onto there, and this piece here will take and screw into there, into your actual rubber hose side on the inside. And so we're going to try to get this done. I don't know how to do these, but we're, like I said, we're learning together. And so, alright, we're going to get this going. We'll catch up with you in a minute. Alright, you guys, so these pieces here, hold that. So these pieces here on the hose end, those are going to be reverse thread. So keep in mind, whatever you righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, this is going to be lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. No? Righty-loosey, lefty-tighty. That's what it's going to be. So these are normal threads here with these. So be sure and eat your Wheaties, because it took both of us just to get these on. It was a pain in the rear. And so now this end we're going to take and put our one adapter piece on to go to our propane bottle fitting. And then our other end, this end is going to go straight to our regulator. And so yeah, just want to give you guys an update on these. Pain in the rear, eat your Wheaties, and good luck. So from there, we took this larger hose that connects from here to there. We cut off, I don't know, almost about a foot, I guess. Like I said, this is just our application, but if you were going to mount this, it's about a foot. So that's connected. Everything's hose clamped tight. We got our gas line put on here, and we just got it just kind of loosely run now because we got a lot of stuff to do with the roll cage still. And so it's kind of be like a little test run for us. So get the oil filter put on, and the oil is about to go in, and then yeah, anything else?
Everything looks like it's going to be going. Hope it goes live here in just a little bit.
Yeah, we'll know here soon. All right, you guys, we got all of our propane installed on it. Got a forklift bottle hooked up to it. And so it don't have much gas in it. Hopefully it has some gas in it, enough to at least start this thing. And so we got our ignition coil wired in. We got our little contraption here, and everything's grounded, of course. And so we're going to turn this thing over and see what she'll do. Alright, so as you've seen, it was spinning over. I believe both my forklift bottles are out of propane. I bought them on Marketplace, and well, I feel empty. And so we're ready to go get fuel, propane, and hopefully we can get this thing started.
You cannot use a regular bottle.
So yeah, on the Nash fuel kit online that you buy, you cannot hook a
traditional propane bottle.
A traditional propane tank like we use on your barbecue grill and stuff like that. It will not fit unless you change your actual fitting out on it, because it is actually larger than the forklift style bottle. So the kit is ready and plumbed for a forklift bottle, just for your heads up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back home from getting propane, and while I was gone, I actually learned something about ignition coils. I'm gonna sound dumb here because I don't know much about gasoline motors. So on the 4.0s, apparently both of the plugs on it are hot, and so one's not a ground like one would think. I would think. So we got that actually wired up right. We well, melted something along the way, so that's out of here. So we got this connected again, and we're about to start it again, or attempt to start it again, and see where we're at. Any comments?
It's one way of learning. We learned the whole roll of wire, but just thank God that Mom was here when she found it. We were gone.
Yeah, it could have ended up real bad, but battery's fine and everything's fine. We did trash a ignition coil, so I pulled one off the spare motor,
dissected it,
and we just dissected it and figured out that they're both positive. So the bolts ground it, and so now y'all kind of know, and we all learned together. Well, I learned. I don't know if y'all learned. Y'all may have already knew this, but hi. Anyways, let's start this thing.
1 week later.
All right, so we're back after several days later, and we ran into some hiccups. So I don't know if I filled you guys in. We didn't have any spark, and I did some research on some forums and stuff like that. So the original distributor runs off of a, what was it, a crank, or no, it's a cam sensor.
Yeah.
It's a cam sensor, and so it was magnets and stuff like that. So with us getting rid of the OEM Jeep wiring and whatnot, that distributor's not being able to use it. Like I said, this is just for our application. So what we ended up doing is we went online, we found this distributor. It's a vacuum advance. It does have the ignition coil already built in. It is a one wire, and then this other wire is for a tach and so we'll be able to run our tack off of it, whatnot, read RPM. So it is much bigger. I mean, going from something that's like the size of my hand to something that's like no bigger than my palm. So they claim it fits. We're gonna slide it in and see if it fits and see if we can't get this bad Larry started. And so want to fill you guys in. We're about to get this run in and see where we're gonna go with this. So we'll catch up with you here soon. Alright, after some time later we got our distributor on, get the wires put on and whatnot. Started messing with timing a little bit. We don't exactly know where it needs to be up, and so I got my wire hooked up for the hot on the distributor, like I said. The well, yeah, for the coil. The other wire is for the tack sensor, and so I ain't got too much to worry about that. We didn't get the battery cable for it, so we got it slid on there, and so we're gonna try to start this thing and see if she'll run. What do you think?
Hope we get it going today. We're looking forward to it.
And so we'll catch up with you soon with the new development. All right, here we go. Alright everybody, we made a big accomplishment.
We did it.
It's alive.
It's alive.
So, where we're gonna go from here is we've got to get the radiator in. And once when it goes in, we can actually start it, idle it, run it, get all of our, so we've got a, I think it's an air fuel mixture ratio, whatever this, I think that's what that is. Little screw there. So I think we're gonna have to adjust some on that. It's starting up pretty decent now. We may have to adjust the timing some, but that's kind of just for our application and whatnot. And so yeah, we're just about there, everyone. And so anyways, that's gonna wrap up this video. Thank you guys for watching. This has been a how-to on how to put a propane kit on your Jeep 4.0, and you know, so anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like if you haven't already, subscribe before you leave, and we'll check you out on the next one.